These finished portraits look like they were shot in a full studio, but they were made in a garage with two new models, one chair, and three lights. I'll break down exactly how it came together. All right, let me quickly show you the space so you can see what we're working with. This is my garage studio. It's a small space, there's a tight working distance, but it's enough room to get some nice shots in. I want to get to the lighting right away as some people want to know how I shot this. I'm using black seamless paper for the background. Nothing too fancy here. I've got two strip boxes placed behind the model, one on each side. They've got Westcott FJ400s in them, and they are on a strip box with two grids on them. These are going to be used as edge lights to give a clean rim on the shoulders and hair and help separate the subject from the background. I have grids so that the light isn't spilling all over the place. My key light is an octagonal softbox with a grid. It's placed slightly in front and above the model. The grid helps control the spill in this small space and keeps the light focused so I'm not lighting the background by accident. This also helps clean up the shadows and gives me a soft, flattering look on the face. Once the lighting is locked in, I don't really touch it much. That way I can focus on the part that actually makes or breaks the shoot, which is how I work with the models and get them comfortable in front of the camera. I'll introduce the models in a second and walk through how I approach that, especially when someone is brand new to modeling. So before we start shooting, I want to talk a little bit about the models and how the shoot came together, because this is a trade for print collaboration. And honestly, that's something I'm always a little hesitant about. Anytime you do a trade for print, there's that concern that your time and effort is not going to be respected. You look at their Instagram, their following, and wonder if it's worth your time. The other side is just excited that somebody wants to work with you and that you get to try out some new ideas. That tension is real, and I think most photographers feel it at some point. If you've done trade for print before, I'd love to know how you approach it and what your boundaries are. For this shoot, Michelle had modeled before, but it's been a while, so there was still a bit of easing back into it. I've never met her before, so this was a brand new collaboration. Emma has never modeled before, and she's mostly there for moral support and maybe to jump in for a photo or two if she felt up to it. Because of that, I always start with the chair. Sitting immediately lowers the pressure. Standing poses are actually much harder to pull off, especially if you don't have the experience. So the chair gives us structure and something familiar to work around. At the beginning, the goal is just getting them comfortable, letting them see the photos on the screen and building confidence shot by shot. I've just recently in the past year gone to tethering, and it really helps out. Once they see the photos, it helps build that trust that I kind of know what I'm doing. After that, we move into standing poses, but only once that comfort level is there. By then, the lighting is already dialed in, the nerves are gone, and we can focus on the small refinements instead of lighting tension. Once we start shooting, the approach really depends on the person in front of the camera. With Emma, because she's never modeled before, I just keep things very simple at the start. I give her just a couple of easy ideas to work from, things where her hands should be, a slight lean, or where to look. Nothing complicated and nothing that feels too forced. After that, I back off a bit and let her find small movements that feel natural to her. I'm watching what works and what doesn't, and something clicks, I build on that instead of constantly changing poses. That goal is just for confidence, not really variety. With Michelle, it's a little bit different of a rhythm. She's more comfortable in front of the camera, so I don't need to explain as much. Most of my direction is just small refinements. I might get her to bring one shoulder slightly higher, tilt the chin a touch, shift her weight. Tiny adjustments is really all I'm going to instruct her. The most important thing is that the lighting never changes. Whether it's a first-time model or someone with experience, a setup stays locked in. All the variation comes with how the person moves, not from changing gear or lighting. That contrast is something I want photographers to pay attention to. You don't need a bunch of different setups for every person, you just need a different approach and direction. One last thing I want to touch on is how I actually deliver the photos to the model, especially on a trade for print shoots, because it's something everyone seems to do a little bit differently. If there's time during the session, I have the models sit down with me and we'll look through the images right in Lightroom. I scroll through and they just call out the frame numbers of the photos they like. This keeps things simple, it avoids overthinking, and I feel involved in the process and I know exactly what they want edited. If we're short on time, I don't stress about it. I just export a PDF with clear instructions to have them send me back the image numbers they want. Same results done just a little bit later. I found this keeps expectations clear and avoids the back and forth of trying to guess which images someone might like. I'm curious how you handle this. Do you let models choose their images? Do you make the selection yourself? Or is it a mix depending on the shoot? If you take anything away from this shoot, I hope it's these two things. First, you don't need a big studio to create clean professional portraits. A small space, a simple 3-light setup, and a controlled light will get you way further than constantly chasing new gear. Secondly, use that chair. It's incredibly powerful, especially when you're working with new or nervous models. Sitting lowers the pressure, builds confidence faster, and makes posing feel manageable instead of overwhelming. Once the lighting is consistent, everything else gets easier. The model relaxes, your direction gets clear, and the shoot starts to flow. Direction matters more than fancy poses, and comfort always shows up in the final images. If you're new here, my name is Chris Hartman. I'm a portrait photographer, and this channel is all about practical lighting setups, working with real people, and making photography feel approachable instead of complicated. If this video helped you, feel free to subscribe and stick around. And if you've got questions about lighting, posing, or trade for print shoots, drop them in the comments. I read them all and will comment back. See you in the next one.